Sometimes, a person can be right in front of you but a million miles away. That was our Emma. At 17, she was a ghost in our home. Her laughter vanished, replaced by a heavy silence. Her world shrank to her bedroom, her phone her only companion. We tried to reach her, but she turned away. Specialists offered labels, adolescent withdrawal, social anxiety, but no real answers. So, desperate, we moved to Manila, hoping a radical change might help. This was our last hope to find our daughter again. Manila hit us like a wave, a tsunami of sound, color, and heat. For us, it was an adventure. For Emma, it was an assault. She retreated, headphones on, shielding herself from the chaos. Her world stayed small and gray. When we coaxed her out, she walked with us, but wasn't really there. Her silence was louder than ever. Then, a quiet solution appeared. Not a plan, but a person. Rosa. Rosa was gentle and patient, humming as she worked. She didn't push, she just kept being there. Sometimes that's all it takes to start breaking down a wall. Rosa's magic was in her gentleness. She never forced conversation. She started with food, a ripe mango, sliced into a flower, left quietly on the counter. Emma stared at it, then took a piece. The next day, it was sinigang. My daughter loves this when she feels sad. Maybe you like. Rosa didn't wait for thanks. She just offered kindness, one small gesture at a time. She spoke of her family, her son, her daughter, her noisy home, painting a picture of connection. Emma listened from her doorway, pretending to be on her phone, but absorbing every word. Rosa showed her a world where family was the anchor. The turning point came with an invitation. Mom, Emma, you will come, my nephew's birthday. We expected a refusal. Instead, Emma hesitated, then nodded, a crack in her wall. Rosa's delight was genuine. Aye, good. You will have fun. In that moment, they were just two people, one offering a hand, the other finally accepting. The journey to the Philippines had been our idea, but Emma's own journey was just beginning. Rosa became her gentle guide. Sometimes healing starts with a simple invitation. Sometimes it's a mango on the counter. And sometimes it's just someone who keeps showing up. The day of the party, we drove to Rosa's neighborhood, a world away from our apartment. The street was alive, children playing, music spilling from doorways, the air rich with the smell of grilled food. Rosa's home was humble, overflowing with family and food. A feast, but more a symbol of love. Emma, usually picking at her food, was handed a plate piled high. Eat! Eat! You are too thin! Rosa's sister laughed. For the first time in years, we saw Emma smile, a real, genuine smile. Her heart, hungry for so long, was finally being fed. Sometimes, healing is a feast. That night, Emma was seen. The party was a beginning. Emma started spending time with Rosa's family, going to the market, helping with homework. These small acts rebuilt her confidence. Rosa suggested volunteering at a local NGO's after-school program. Maybe you can read stories to the children. Your English is so good. Emma agreed to try. The community center was loud and chaotic, filled with children's energy. On her first day, Emma was terrified, clutching a book by the wall. But the children weren't shy. "What's your name?" a little girl asked, and soon Emma was surrounded. They didn't care she was from Denmark or that she was shy. They just saw someone new to play with. Emma began volunteering 3 times a week, reading stories, helping with drawings, teaching songs. She learned their names and stories, saw their joy and affection. For them, her attention was a gift. For her, their smiles were a revelation. She discovered purpose, not in therapy, but in the unconditional love of children. In Denmark, her life had been about her problems. Here, it became about others. She was connecting, contributing, part of something bigger. The emptiness was being filled. Not with medication, but with meaning. Emma was finding herself by getting lost in the service of others. The longer Emma spent in the Philippines, the more she saw the difference between her two worlds. In Denmark, life was organized and individualistic. Success meant personal achievement. Community was optional, polite, and distant. In the Philippines, community was the air you breathed. Family, neighbors, everyone woven together. Rosa explained Kapwa, "You are not separate from others. Their joy is your joy. Their struggle is yours." This wasn't just philosophy, it was daily life. Neighbors shared food, strangers helped each other, communities rallied together. Emma saw her Danish life through new eyes, the quiet loneliness, the pressure to be independent, the unspoken rule not to burden others. Here, burdens were shared, problems discussed over meals, solutions found together. The wealth she found in the Philippines was the richness of relationships, the security of belonging. It was a wealth of the heart. Emma realized her withdrawal in Denmark wasn't just personal, it was a reaction to a culture that could feel isolating. She had been starving for connection. The Philippines gave her that, teaching her that kindness and community are lifelines. She learned a different way to be human. Messier, louder, but infinitely warmer. The change in Emma was gradual, then all at once. Our calls with her became the highlight of our day. She was vibrant, engaged, full of life. She talked to us again about her day and her feelings. When it was time to leave Manila, the goodbyes were full of tears and gratitude. "You are our family now," Rosa said. "You always have a home here." Emma hugged each of them, her tears flowing freely, not sadness, but love. Returning to Denmark was another shock. The quiet, the distance. But Emma was different. She carried the warmth of the Philippines inside her. She reconnected with friends, enrolled in social work, and brought the spirit of the Filipino feast to our table. Emma's world is bigger now, spanning Copenhagen to Manila. She video calls Rosa's family every week, their bond unbreakable. The Philippines didn't just give us our daughter back, it helped her find her true self. Sometimes, to find yourself, you have to get lost in the service of others. To feel whole, you must understand you're part of a greater community. In the end, a country of strangers gave our daughter what we couldn't. The feeling of being truly, deeply, and unconditionally seen. And for that, we will be forever grateful.